All right,
Hello?
we're back here.
All right.
Uh-oh. Don't even tell me this thing is messing with me again. Robot voice out of the gate. A typical start. I can't believe robot voice is activated. Who activated robot voice? I will deactivate him shortly. I can't even believe he's on. I got it all under control here. Welcome back, Clemaniacs. It wouldn't be Clem in the PM if we didn't come out of the gate with robot voice on a Monday. How is everybody doing? How was everybody's weekend? Wait, it's here we go. Get ready. Robot voice on the count of three, everybody. 1, 2, 3. Okay. What's going on here? Dave is now accessing. Hold on for a second. Anyway, we got obviously an issue with robot voice, but stay tuned. We'll fix that in a second. I was trying to do something. I don't know what happened. When I came into my studio, the computer wasn't on. I panicked. Called Dave. He said it was, what is it? Reboot, not rebooting. What is it called when it updates? It was updating. And he said, Chip, make sure voice mod and voice meter on. I guess when I made sure they were on, I may have activated voice mod unintentionally. I'll get that off. But anyway, I hope everybody can hang in there for 1 second. Yes. Dave's doing his thing. Are we back? Are we back? Yes, okay,
We're
good.
back.
We are back. Robot voice got me again. And for a while, it was mute getting me. Mute button, undisputed champion for a while. I took mute button out, him, her, she, they, whatever. I don't know what pronoun mute button goes by. But voice mod is now my next challenge. I somehow last week voice mod got me. I don't know what that was about, but today I understand. Anyway, all hail. We are back. We are back on YouTube. We have finally figured out, long after we should have figured out, how to bypass. I'm trying to keep up with Dave here, what he's doing. We're back on YouTube. Yes. Yes. What do you mean, Matt? Oh, yes. Yes. Matt checking in from Florida. I was wondering if all the pictures on Facebook, Fort Myers. I wasn't sure if there was a Fort Myers in St. Louis. But Matt checking in from Florida, the first one back on the YouTube. All hail the return of YouTube. Yes. I need everybody to come back out to the YouTube. Yes. We were able to bypass the music. I don't know what took us so long. I think, Dave, hanging out in this little confined area, there's just too much, you know. What happened there? Very. Holy moly, get out of here, West Rock. Leave me alone with that commercial. It's too early for you. We'll get it together, boys and girls. Don't worry. It's only Monday. I'll figure it out by Monday, Tuesday, the latest. But we are back on. All right. I didn't see what you did, Dave. You'll have to show me. I don't even know. I wasn't paying attention. I'm all mashed up today. But it's Monday. I had myself a fantastic weekend away with the family. Once again, summer is my wife's time off from her normal job. You know, her regular job being a wife, housewife, mother, you know, taxi driver, all the things she does. And then she has another job where she's a teacher, sixth grade special ed, but she's somewhat off for that this summer, doing a little part-time subbing for summer school, but she's nonetheless really off for the summer, so that's when we take as much vacation time as possible. Mike from the Valley, all hail. Mike from the Valley checking in, yes. Yes, you know, Mike, see, Mike was able, though. Mike is I got to give, Mike from the Valley is Agent 008. All right, he can't be 007 because it's James Bond. Mike's 008. He was able to go infiltrate through YouTube and find a way to connect Mike from the Valley, you are now Agent 008. Good job. Now you don't have to do that any longer. We were able to figure it out. Play the music that we need to sometimes play. Sometimes I need music for like a just because it's part of the show. I need music. Sometimes I need it as like help. I need some. I gotta reach out to Dave. I gotta figure this out. I gotta play music for the time being. Sometimes I need music to segue into the segment. You know what I'm saying? Wow, computer's very slow. I mean, really, slower than my right fielder and my third baseman. Holy. Yes? Yeah, George. That's okay, that's fine. He'll take the van. Yeah, new van. All right. Yep. All right. Sorry about that. One of my guys needed to tell me something. He banged on the door, so I had to answer that bang on the door. But anyway, YouTube is up and running. Facebook, the Clem in the PM. Remember, the Clem in the PM. Try to keep it all to YouTube if you can. But if not, listen, Facebook is there. We can communicate on Facebook as well. So, like I said, this weekend, we were in Hershey. We go every year to Hershey. One of the trips, you know, the family enjoys a lot. The kids are into those, you know, those crazy rides, roller coasters, all those insane rides. How come I can't shut voice mod? Well, it's being like evil voice mod. It won't let me shut it down. So we go every year, and just like every year, we stay at the same. Oh, Dave was on that. Sorry, Dave. We stay at the same. I don't know, Sheraton, whatever hotel it is. We don't. I mean, we next year my wife said she'll look into the Hershey Lodge or Hershey Hotel, whatever. I didn't. There's a Hershey Hotel. You know what it was? Is we're online waiting for Hershey to open 11. At 10 o'clock, they're letting all these people in. Thanks, Dave. They're letting all these people in. My wife's like, that's the Hershey Lodge, and every year it's the same thing. I go, man, that's right. So she's gonna look into it. Maybe next year we try the Hershey Lodge out. But anyway, we same hotel, beautiful hotel. They got the pool. Kids didn't use the pool this year. But, you know, it's great to see them as four, you know, three sisters, brother, son, Emilio, just having so much fun together. A lot of times they're at each other's head. On the ride over to Hershey, they're at each other's, you know, they're at each other. At the hotel, they're at each other. Home, ride home, they're at each other. Sometimes, not all the time. But that's just what brothers and sisters do. But at Hershey, it was so much fun to see them on these sick. Although it wasn't fun to see them on these. I told you I had CBS, clenched butt syndrome, agitated bowel syndrome. I talked to several people who shared those same illnesses as I did, as we sat there looking for any bit of shade to comfort us in the scalding sun. But it really is nice to create memories. Growing up, my parents didn't have much money. They had really no money. So if we went to Sandy Hook once a summer, I would always pray, I hope we're going to Sandy Hook. And then my mom would drop it on me. Okay, Saturday we're going to Sandy Hook. Woo! Oh my God, family vacation. Wow, we're going on vacation. Holy moly, for one day. That was our vacation. Like one day at Sandy Hook. That was like the big thing. You know, we had this swim club in the trailer park so I could go swimming in a lake anytime I wanted. But, you know, when they took that away, you know, all of a sudden they decided to make a business decision. They closed it up. They took that away. You would think my parents would say, okay, let's increase at least the Sandy Hook trip. But they couldn't. We just couldn't swing it financially. So the memories I really made were either young playing. Whoa, what happened to the computer? Young playing outside, because growing up, you know, we weren't all inside on like the kids are nowadays. Or, my parents yelling at me for something bad I did. Wasn't really of going away to a certain place and then looking forward to it the next year, looking forward to returning and maybe experiencing something that I enjoyed or looking forward to doing something that I couldn't do. Like Emilio this year. You know, when you walk into Hershey, those of you familiar with it, they got several candy bars. Each candy bar represents a certain height. You must fit the height requirements to go on certain rides. So the three girls all fit the height, the highest requirement, and son was the Twizzler. one below, but he could pretty much go on everything and anything he wanted to. You know, so I really am so grateful and blessed, honestly. Like I every day I thank the Lord. I'm like, I can't believe, like, and again, I'm not rich, no rich guy, but I'm a good living, middle class, enough to take my family, you know, to Hershey and create some good memories, you know, where we're really all having fun. Everybody's, you know, again, I don't go on those rides. I just looking at it makes me nauseous, literally. If I sat there and stared at a roller coaster ride, I would probably, you would check my blood pressure. It would go up. My heart rate would go up. I literally might die on some of those rides. No doubt about it. But the enjoyment that I get from just watching the family, and I'm so thankful that I was able to parlay this chimney business. Because I tell you, like, I know, Burgermeister checking in, all hail the Burgermeister. I know, Kevin was talking about that. Paul Servino, dead at 83. I know. We got Godfather, we got Goodfellas. Who's up next? What's like, what show? Which one is dropping down next? I don't know. Very sad, but we were on this ride. And when I say ride, I mean like you go inside Hershey. It's like a chocolate factory. It's like this little ride, like 3-year-olds go on it. You know, like, so the family, we went on it. And it takes you through a tour of like Hershey, like everything, Milton Hershey. Oh, no, you know what? Let me take that back. No. That's a different thing. No. We didn't do that. I'm sorry. We were walking to make our chocolate bars. We were walking to make chocolate bars. You know, you make your own chocolate bar. And this year we tried something different. We all made up our own name. Like, the kids, they were so excited. They wanted to make up their own names, you know, like, because I always do that. When we go to a restaurant or something, I always give, like, can we have a last name? Yes. And then a first name? Yes. And then when they call the first name and last name together, it puts something, and it usually makes the kids hysterical laughing. So they wanted to do that. So, you know, whatever names they chose. I was Frank Ferder, Ferder, Frank Ferder. And my wife was Salami. You know, just stupid stuff. So when they call your name out for the chocolate bar, you all get a chuckle. But when we were walking in the line up to, you know, to start, so you got to go up and down and through these things, up and down, back, and they have all this Hershey stuff, the history of Hershey. In 1903, Milton Hershey broke ground on his new chocolate factory in Derry Township, the heart of Pennsylvania, where he is now. Okay? Now, 1876, 27 years prior, Milton Hershey established his first candy making business. Okay, now within 6 years, that business, as well as one that he started in New York, both failed. So within 6 years, Milton Hershey had failed at both locations. And at that point, he could have easily said, you know what? Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I don't see a future in chocolate. Burgermeister, I'm relaying a message from Matt from Florida. Matt from St. Louis, temporarily in Florida right now. All right, so Matt from St. Louis, temporarily in Florida, wants you to join us on YouTube. All right, he knows you're not on Facebook, but he said you should be joining us on YouTube. All right, thank you. Now, Milton Hershey, as an entrepreneur myself, I'm always amazed by, you know, like even when I go to Disney, I'm not a big Disney guy, but Burgermeister is on YouTube. He's on YouTube, Matt. All right, no charge for relaying the message, free of charge, up to 10 messages per hour. If you exceed the 10 message, Venmo me $5, and then it's unlimited messaging. Thank you. So Milton Hershey could have easily closed down shop, gone into, like, you know, selling suits, or what was back then? Selling vacuum cleaners, door to door, maybe encyclopedias back then. They were big. But instead, he stuck with the dream. All right, all hail a great man. All hail Hershey's chocolate. I love it. I got a lot of stuff ready for the starting slowly, but gonna do the candy room. That's all I need is a candy ice cream room. And I got a lot of stuff from Hershey to put on the walls. All right, we're gonna take a break. When we get back, we'll continue. Today we have Oliver at 4:20. Don't forget updates with Oliver. A lot to talk about with Oliver. Stay tuned. Clem in the PM.
Hi, I'm Roxanne Watson, inviting you to join us every Wednesday morning at 9:15 a.m. for Michael's Gifts, a weekly program that focuses on organ donation and patient advocacy. I will be taking your calls and share real-life stories. This show is dedicated in honor of my donor, Michael Boville, United States Coast Guard, and his amazing family. That's Michael's Gifts, every Wednesday at 9:15 a.m. Michael's Gifts is sponsored by Live On New York.
Hello, Roxanne Watson is on a mission to have more people sign up as organ, eye, and tissue donors.
Are you an organ donor?
What drives her? Roxanne received a heart transplant made possible by an organ donor.
I decided that day to devote myself to signing up the most people in the United States.
Now she's a powerful force for good.
That's my goal.
What could you make possible as an organ, eye, and tissue donor? Leave behind the gift of life. Go to organdonor.gov. U.S. Department of Health and Human Services, Health Resources and Services Administration.
Be sure to listen to the Business and Market Update with Ken Mahoney of Mahoney Asset Management every Monday through Friday morning at 8:30 here on WRCR. Catch Ken's incisive commentary on business and market trends during the upcoming trading day. And you can have your business-related question answered directly by Ken Mahoney. Just submit it to the Mahoney mailbag. Go to the website at MahoneyGPS.com, enter your question or comment, and it will be answered directly by Ken. On the radio every Monday through Friday morning at 8:30, right here on WRCR, AM 1700, Radio Unscripted, or WRCR.com.
Marcello's Ristorante in Suffern offers unparalleled Italian cuisine in both small and large plates, as well as an extensive wine and cocktail menu. Visit marcellosgroup.com for reservations, find out about their cooking classes, chef's table, and elegant events catering. Bring home Marcello's hand-picked products, extra virgin olive oils, artisanal pasta, and more. Marcello Russo DeVito is live on the morning show every Friday at 8:45 a.m. Call in with your cooking questions and find out about the latest specials. Visit marcellosgroup.com.
Wow. Taking me way back to the 80s. I don't remember who was in that band, but Kev, you remember? I remember my buddy Craig Thier playing that. He had this white Mitsubishi. I forgot what it was. It was a Mitsubishi Conquest, like insane looking car, beautiful, crazy system. He had just gone to McDonald's Sound, got this system hooked up, came down, opened it up, windows down, started playing it. This song I never heard before. He said, dude, this is my new car. This is my new system. I said, forget that. Who's this song? He said, it's GTR, some super group. And that just taking me back again. This is taking me back to hair days, all right? Not hair on my back, although my wife did a good job mowing that stuff off. Taking me back to days when I had hair, just feeling like that. Little Asia, little GTR, going way back, way back. Now, today, I think it was Naomi Stryker, if I'm not mistaken. Every morning, every Monday, she has a segment in the morning, early on, 7:15, I believe. She called in from Africa. Africa! Africa! I don't know the words, but, it's Toto. So, she called in from Africa, and then I called in the Jeff and Will show, temporarily co-hosted by the Mike Weiss, because Will's off. Now, Mike from the Valley, Agent 008, saying that he never has dead air. Right? Because when we're now on YouTube, you're going to get some dead air. But at least you're gonna get to look at me. All right, I'm gonna be here doing stuff. Like I'll be picking my nose on the air, and then I'll be putting it in my ear. Okay, so you'll get dead air, but you'll get entertainment nonetheless. Okay, that is correct. But Mike said he's got the radio on. So when YouTube is on, Mike, once again, that's why you're Agent 008. You cracked the puzzle. Some people are there on YouTube like, what the hell? There's nothing going on. I can't hear nothing. But as Agent 008, you were able to once again just figure it out. Good stuff, Mike. No dead air. I love it. So I believe Naomi called in. She was traveling around in Africa every year. This sounds awesome. Like one day I got to get the money for this. Where I hope me and my wife, we could do it. Kids are grown up. You're on your own. Get out of here. Don't call me. I'm disconnecting my cell phone. I'm not giving you my address. Oh, you know where I live? Oh, of course this is the house you grew up in. Well, no, you can't have a key. Leave me alone. My kid's going to be bugging me for money forever. But hopefully there'll be a time my wife and I can do this once a year. They go on this trip, wherever. It sounds crazy. Well, it was Alaska. Then there was Thailand. Now she was in Africa she's on a safari, hanging out with zebras, rhinoceroses and old lions, doing a thing. And I called up. I said, guys, would you go to a country? I forgot. It wasn't a country. It's a state. Would you go to a state like Africa? I forgot it was a continent. Burn, checking in. Burn. Burn, baby, burn. Disco Inferno. Burn in the house. Yep, I'm back. I'm back on YouTube. Thanks to Dave once again. I might be starting if within the next 3 years I don't see that Porsche get any closer, I will be starting a GoFundMe, and I would appreciate if you all kicked in for Dave's Porsche. But I think within the next 3 years, I'm feeling good. All right, even if the chimney business keeps multiplying the way it is, I got to send the kids to college first, and Dave can go for like a 1989 like 911 Targa, okay, until I can get him his new yellow one. Tom checking in on Facebook. Yes, Tom checking in on Facebook. Tom, you should call in on the segment at 4:20 with Oliver. Talk some sports with us. All right? And call in if you want to. Tom checking in. So monkeypox. Monkeypox is in Africa. It's been declared. Not monkeypox. Monkeypox is now a global. It's been now considered a global emergency as cases keep creeping up. But over in Africa, what is that called? I forgot. I was talking about the other day. It's some sort of virus that has an 88% mortality rate. It's like in the Ebola family. Chlamydia Christine in the house! Woo! Anonymously, somewhere not too far away. Oh. All right. It makes you bleed from your orifice. You're bleeding from your eyes. Or you're sitting at the dinner table in Africa enjoying some rhinoceros bone stew. And all of a sudden you start bleeding from your eyes. Your wife's looking at you like, what's the matter, honey? You're bleeding from your eyes. Your ears start bleeding. You everything. You're bleeding everywhere. I wouldn't. Listen. I mean, I guess if those type of trips are probably thousands upon thousands. You think Disney for $6 is expensive? Try booking a safari to Africa. So it's obviously, with only a few handful of cases, but I don't know. I wouldn't want to be the one who comes back to Rockland and brings back some sort of, what was it called? Like warfarer diseases, whatever it was called. It didn't sound good. And monkeypox now. Monkeypox.
Well, it looks like cut out a little bit here. Not sure what's going on, but in the meantime, what we'll do is we'll get a song going until Pete gets back. So here we go. I didn't plan this.
Oh, shit. No. Yes, we're back. I don't even know how we got. I don't know how we got lost or how we got back. What happened? What just happened? Did you play Queen or was I playing Queen? You were playing Queen. Huh. All right. Anyway, very weird. Very weird. But anyway, we are back here. I don't know what happened. We are back. We were talking monkeypox. There was a couple of months ago, there was a couple of hundred cases. Now there's over 16,000. Like I said, if for some reason you come home and you see your wife has bought like 18 bundles of bananas, there's 18 like bundles of bananas in the kitchen, or your husband's like itching his armpits with both hands at the same time, it's okay to do one hand at a time. Two hands itching your armpits, you may have monkeypox. You're showing symptoms of monkey. Okay, if for some reason, what's a monkey do? You know, just go to the doctor and get checked out. Like I said, if it ain't one thing, it's another. That's why, as humans, we are the most resilient life form. I know the cockroach has been around for 1 billion years, but we could just step on each one and eliminate them. We're just generous and nice. We keep the cockroach around. Give it all the fame and glory. It's the longest living thing. But nonetheless, the human is very resilient. We can adapt. Just be careful. If, like I said, if you see you're one of your friends eating a lot of bananas, all of a sudden, stay away from them. Stay away. So 420, we'll have our man Oliver. Ain't no stopping us now. I just felt like singing that song. Every time I think of Oliver, I just think of, like, you know, just a guy doing great things. I just love him. Yeah, I'm fine. Thank you, Dave. All hail Dave. All hail Dave. You know, there was like we were in Pennsylvania, I don't know, in the Barren Lands. And it was a car dealership. And the guy had, like, it was like a nice, you know, they have like those antique cars. You know, whatever, like Ford, like 1920 Fords and just really cool cars. There was a sweet Porsche in the showroom, but I was pressed for time. I had to go to Hershey. He really didn't have time to inquire. But Dave's in no rush. He's looking for a house. Would you believe he found a house for $415, made an insane offer, and it was sold for $505,000? Or it was listed for it was either listed for $415 or $425. Maybe listed for $415. He offered $425. Something like that. Somewhere in those confines of numbers there, 415, 425. It sold for $505. And it's not even that nice of a house. No disrespect to Dave's, you know, taste in houses. But he don't care about his house. Dave just wants a shed. Like a 500 square foot, no, 5,000 square foot, 4-story garage. And to park all his cars, like that's his kids. Dave's got 3 kids. He's got one with big legs, the other one with skinny, and you know, one that runs fast. You know what I'm saying? That's his pride and joy. Posting, like we post pictures of our kids. Dave's posting pictures of his trucks and whatnot. That's what he needs. So, anyway, Oliver at 420 today. We talk about guys I love. Arthur. Today, Arthur calls me up. Hey, Pete, give me a call. I saw a message on my phone. I was working. I call him up. Hey, buddy, what's going on? He was away. I was away. I said, buddy, how was the family reunion, family party? He had someone had a party. You know, his aunt had a party. Someone had a party. Hey, what's going on? Nothing. How was the party? Good. He goes, yo, I was just outside, and some guy pulled up to me. He said, are you Arthur? I know you're Arthur. I've seen you, Pete, post pictures of you on Facebook. He goes, yeah, I'm Arthur. He goes, I knew you were Arthur. He said, my name's Casey. I live in Westchester. I do hardwood floors. I'm good friends with Pete. I do his floors. Here's $20 for lunch. And he gives Arthur $20 for lunch. So Arthur calls me up to tell me that. He was very excited, you know. Listen, that's the fringe benefits of being my friend. I don't have many friends, but the few friends that I have, you get luxury benefits, like someone else buys you lunch because you know me. Thank you. Anyway, it's because Casey loves Arthur. And who doesn't love Arthur? Even if you just see him on Facebook, you love him. So I hang up with Arthur. 2 minutes later, guess who calls me? Casey. He's like, hey, and I didn't say nothing. I pretended to be stupid. I'm like, hey, buddy, what's going on? How are you? What are you doing? What are you in Westchester? Oh, you're in Pearl River. Oh, I didn't know that. Wow, okay. He's like, yeah, I saw Arthur. Arthur who? Arthur, your buddy. Arthur? How do you know? On Facebook. Oh, okay. So I had to play dumb. I don't know. I just felt like playing dumb. That's because I do that well. I mean, I've done that since it got me through school. Playing dumb, although I wasn't really playing dumb, I consider myself somewhat dumb enough. But anyway, he's like, yeah, I saw Arthur. I stopped. I told him. I said, yo, I see you on Facebook. And Bundy checking in. Oh, hey, I got to double this. Bundy checking in. Matt thanking Bundy checking in. All right. So he's like, yo, I saw Arthur. I pulled up. I'm like, I see you on Facebook. He's like, yo, here. I gave him $20. I'm like, no way. Come on, dude. No way. He's like, yeah, I had to pretend I didn't know. What am I going to say? Oh, yo, Arthur already called me. Like, don't even tell me. Like, I'm going to ruin your... I didn't want to ruin his, like, his mojo. He's doing a good thing. You know what I'm saying? The more good you do for other people, I believe the more good comes back to you. I mean, I experienced it myself. Believe me. I've experienced it myself. You turn your life around. You start doing better. I used to live, I don't want to say a life of crime. I wasn't holding people up, but I was stealing, lying, cheating, all that stuff. Cheating everything, everywhere, every opportunity. Although, as a matter of fact, I was going to steal the phone booth. They were filming a movie in Congress. I'm going to drift to totally something else. But if you do good, let's leave it off at this. If you do good, you'll get good. But I was going to break down and then go to my therapist on Wednesday and admit that I stole a phone booth. I was actually planning on going to confession, although I haven't stepped in a church since we baptized our kids or someone died. I don't know, whatever. But I swear I was like, all right, I'm going to go to confession because I believe like we shouldn't steal. But as humans, we screw up once in a while. Right? There was a sweet phone booth. They were filming a movie in Congress. They always film movies. Now they're filming a lot of movies. And Rockland County is like the mecca for movies. You know what I'm saying? Antonio, check it in! What do you mean you won? You checking in on YouTube. You won nothing. You get to look at me. Of course you won. Yes, you did. Antonio checking in. So anyway, they're filming something, and they're filming at the saloon. They're filming down the street at the park. They're filming at the gas station. And all of a sudden, I'm driving by last night, and I see this phone booth with an actual phone in it. A phone in the phone booth. I said to myself, I like a drug addict. I got it. What drug addict? Tell me what kind of addict? Drug addict, gambling addict? Like just stops cold turkey. You know what I'm saying? All right, I'm giving up coke. That's it. No, they go back to the bag once in a while until they really hit rock bottom. The gambler too. He might lose his house and cars, but he's still got a little left in the tank to gamble away his kids' future, college funds, tuition. Of course he's going to come back around and try it again. So I myself, giving up stealing. I haven't stolen anything in quite some time. And I honestly, I don't miss it. I feel much better buying, although I always had the money to buy the stuff. And again, I'm not rich, so don't think I'm rich. I can just buy stuff. I just work hard. I want to buy it. But I said I might as well steal it for the fun of it, right? What's more fun than stealing something, running down the street with it on your shoulder at 2 a.m, dressed in black, wearing a beard, all right? I mean, try it out one time. Anyway, we'll get to more of that later. So I said I'm going to steal this phone booth. I did. I said I got to. I have to. I listen, I'm only human. God, I'm doing a lot of good. I think God, will you forgive me? I need this phone booth. I need to put this phone booth at the Clem Pound. Like you pull up to the Clem Pound and all of a sudden I was thinking put it right next to the studio. Right? You know what I'm saying? Like all of a sudden I changed. And this is Super Clem coming into the studio. I leave the studio and this is Coach Clem going. It was cool. But guess what? I didn't wake up. I woke up at 4:30. I jumped in my pool. That's what I did. I got up. I walked the dogs. I said, you know what? I'm just going to go jump in the pool. And I did. And it was like, refreshed. I felt once again like I was Aquaman. Jumping into the 25 legions below. But anyway, back to the phone booth. I didn't steal it. It was a message from God. Oversleep tonight. Because I said, I'm going to wake up at 2. I'm going to take my van. I'm going to cover up my plates with some paper. I've thought this all out because I've done this before. I'm going to steal it, and I'm going to drive on the thruway because there's no cameras. They're going to, if I drive the roads, they could trace me with the cameras. I'm going to drive on the thruway. They're going to lose me. Get off exit 10. Come on the back street. Come to my house. Unload the phone booth. And go to sleep. Like it was nothing. But I didn't. All hail. Thank you. My therapist will be very proud of me, and he will get a good chuckle out of that because I really was planning on taking it. And today when I drove by, it was gone. It wasn't there, so I was like, God, thank you. Thank you, because I don't know if I could live with the guilt. Although I would have had a nice phone booth, I would have felt a little guilt. A little. I mean, I don't know how much, but enough to feel guilty. All right, so let me play this commercial. Did I play it? God, everything's work.
Shut out last
I
year
did play
due to
this.
lack of inventory. West Rock has spas and above-ground pools for immediate delivery. Don't get shut out again. Trucks are rolling in with your spa and above-ground pools, so you can enjoy an at-home backyard vacation. Hot tubs are wonderful for stress relief, aches and pains, and relaxation. Every home should have one. West Rock Pool and Spa has them in stock now. WestRockPools.com.
Nothing more uplifting on a Monday. Really. I'm feeling, not that I was feeling sluggish. I'm not, because I could wake up at 3, 2:30, 4 in the morning, jump out of bed like it's nobody's business. But I said, what are you talking about, video ads? Antonio's talking video ads. What elaborate on video ads, Antonio? Call up. What video ads? I don't see no video ads. Someone running ads on the Clem and the PM. I want a piece of that. If anybody running an ad on my show, I want a piece of the pie. All right, thank you. Anyway, so what was I talking about before I forgot what I was talking about? I was talking about something. There was an ad for, the West Rock. That's the sponsor of the show. WestRockPools.com. It's very uplifting. Is what I was saying. I just getting out of bed. I walked. The dogs are sleeping. Sammy's up on the bed on the floor. Mickey's up on the bed with me, and I get up. Doggies want to go outside. Come on, let's go. Come on. We go outside. They go do their thing, and the I don't know, the impulsiveness of me. I just said, you know what? I'm just going to, I'm not that I haven't done this 30, 50 times before. I just said, you know what? I didn't plan. I didn't wake up out of bed and say, I'm going to jump in the pool. But Stan, I said, you know what? It's Monday. Let me just go dive in. And that's what I did. I just dove in. Dogs come over, start drinking the water. Can a dog get really sick at drinking a little chlorinated water? I mean, they're dogs, right? Can they? I mean, it's not like I'm feeding them chlorine water every day. I'm just saying. They seem to get thirsty and they drink a little bit of that water. And then it's like, I just sat there for 2 minutes. I did some knee bends. You know what? My knees, they're like, some days they're good, some days they're bad. I was in the water. I did some knee bends. I did some leg extensions, some arm circles. I got my shoulders loose. I did some crisscrosses in front of my chest. I paddled my hands like I was a dog in water. Doggy paddle. I did like a minute of exercise in the water. I felt like Jack LaLanne. Water aerobics. It was good. I got out of there. And it felt, it's just like, I was ready for the rest of the day. I went inside, I dried off. Dogs went back to bed. They jumped in back to bed. Sammy drank some water, laid back down. I went in my office, did some stuff. Right, we did, planned for the day, wrote out some estimates, blah, blah, whatever I had to do. Just beautiful way to start the day. And again, West Rock Pools. That's who set up my pool. That's who maintains the pool. All that good stuff. So, I don't know about you, but anytime I drive to Long Island, they have that HOV lane. I go to Lifetime Chimney Supply to pick up chimney supplies. And I'm oft left thinking, why can't I bring my karate dummy and put a beard on him with a hat and just drive in the HOV lane? People have done it. What are they going to do, pull you over? And what, give you a ticket? It's, come on. How much does that cost? $215 to be exact. A lady in Texas was pulled over Cop pulled her over, said, ma'am, you're driving in the HOV lane. She said, I know. And he said, do you know that it's a $215 fine if you're a single passenger driving in the HOV lane during the hours of HOV driving? She says, I do, officer, but do you know that there's two people in this car? He looked in the back, he looked in the front, he looked under the seat, he looked in the glove box. He said, can you open up your trunk? Looked in the trunk, open up the engine hood. Looked in the muffler. He said, ma'am, I don't see two people. He said, your officer, I'm pregnant. And according to the Supreme Court and their latest decision, I have a fetus. His name is Cletus. And me and Cletus, the fetus, are in the HOV lane. So despite her pleas and her explanation of having Cletus the fetus, officer, whoever wearing the badge, still gave her a ticket, and Brandy Batone, mother of Cletus the fetus, who is considered live from, now the Roe versus Wade decision. So she's going to contest in court the ticket, and this could have implications worldwide for people driving in the HOV lane. To be continued here, Clem at PM. This is what I bring you, stuff that you need to know, because now what is that word called when people that's not the word I'm looking for. It's like I associate as being a girl. I associate as being a stone, but that's not the word I'm looking for. Someone help me out here. It's something with an A. I know it. Lee. I just saw that message. He was working last night. That would have been funny. That would have been funny. Oh my God. You probably would have helped me put it. All right, listen, I'll help you get it in. Just go quick. Oh my God. Anyway, what was I talking about? The HOV lane. HOV lane. Yeah, that's what we're talking about. For drivers worldwide, HOV lane. I identify as being pregnant. That's right. You know what I'm saying? People identify as this, they identify as that. It becomes, they can do that. So now I identify as Cletus the fetus. All right, we're coming up to 4 o'clock, not even 5 o'clock, and I'm already losing my mind. Who will save me? My man Oliver at 4:20. I know he wants to talk about several things. I'm probably thinking the main thing is Kevin Durant talk going to Boston. I mean, there's a lot of talk now that Kevin Durant could go to the Boston Celtics. I personally would love to see Kevin Durant in a Celtics uniform. I just think him in a Celtics uniform with some of the stars on that the Celtics have now would be great for Boy. Although I'm a Chicago Bull fan, I don't think it would be good for Chicago. I'd rather see him on the Bulls, but that ain't never going to happen. I knew you would. So that being said, the Yankees-Mets Subway Series tomorrow. Listen to me. If in fact it's going down, I'm telling you, it's going down. That's all I can say. It's going down. This 2-2 in Citi Field is going down. Be ready. Wednesday we'll be back after the Mets thump the Yankees tomorrow, and then double thump them on Wednesday. All right. So then we're gonna go over to the Bronx. I'm going to look for tickets. I might even go to the Bronx game because I like that guy. He sells that beef on a stick outside the park. That's really the only thing worth going to the Bronx for. Besides, of course, the Mets beating the Yankees, which will happen starting tomorrow night. I look forward to that. So a lot that Oliver wants to talk about, and we'll be doing that at 4:20. All right, it's 4 o'clock. Kevin, you have to do the top of the hour read, correct?
Yeah, just the ID, yeah.
All right, you do that. We'll be right back.
AM 1700 WRCR Haverstraw.
Welcome back, Clemaniacs. This is Kevin Thomas, and you are listening to the second hour of Clem in the PM. Here's your host, Pete Clemente.
All righty, boys and girls. Wait, let me get this going. All right. We are back here. 4 o'clock, 4:01 official time. Back on YouTube, back on Facebook. And we all thank Dave. All hail, thank you. And all thank Bundy. Yep. We were here the other night doing some stuff.
Hey, Pete?
Yeah.
Real quick, I've got Antonio on the line.
Antonio!
Hi, Pete, and hi, Kevin.
How are you, buddy?
HOV lanes. I'm doing good, and I'm watching you on YouTube also.
Beautiful. All right, so the HOV lane.
The HOV lanes in the state of California, believe it or not, will let you drive in the HOV lane as one person if your car is green. By that I mean like a hybrid or an electric.
Wow. So I actually, for a second there, I was thinking when I used to own KickFit, I had a green car. And when you said when your car is green, I immediately thought of my car from KickFit. So I said, that's ridiculous. Only cars with green cars. So what you're saying is the green car, the electric car, the hybrid car.
Yeah, I meant the electric. But the joke with the electric car is, that, it's run with electricity. But where do you think they get the electricity? It's from a coal or natural gas burning. So it's not really environmentally helpful. It's like a snow job.
Right. No, I get it. I get what you're saying. All right. So in California, if you could have a single person car. Now, can you have a self-driving car with a single person in it, but not driving the car, and being a green car? Can you then also drive in the HOV lane, or must you actually be hands on the wheel?
I think as long as it's environmentally car, like a hybrid or an electric, it doesn't matter if it's self-driving, because I think some of those Teslas actually have a self-driving feature built into them where you're supposed to be attention, but my brother has tested a car that you could actually just sit in, it will drive itself using GPS, which is crazy, I think.
Interesting. Very interesting. All right. Thank you, my friend.
You're welcome.
Have a pleasant evening.
You too. Thank you.
Yep. Bryan Avenue Bob had his 450th show. That's a testament to his creativity, his passion for doo-wop, his preparation, his planning, he's a funny, I always say not just funny looking, but he is a funny guy. So he brings a lot of humor to the show. Just great show, and 450 of them and counting. I really don't believe he can count that high. So I'm sure someone, counted for him. But that aside, it is a great accomplishment, and proud to say that there may not have been a doo-wop Dream Machine if he didn't come to me with his crusty card. I don't know. How long was he carrying around that card for? I mean, he told me that card looked like it was as old as him. I mean, it looked like I think there was 2 of those business cards on Noah's Ark. Honestly, I don't know. They look that old, but that aside, I really don't believe there may not have been a doo-wop Dream Machine. I believe that. Who else was gonna kick him in the butt? I don't know. Was it someone else? I don't know. I just know what I told him, the conversation we had, and what happened after that. Lo and behold, the doo-wop Dream Machine. And 450 shows later. You know what? Burgermeister? You're absolutely right. I believe that, For those of you that have been around, some of you have been around for a long time. You know who you are. I mean, you've been around for a long Tap. For those of you that have been around for forever. I mean, really forever. Since the Clem in the PM afternoon, even the Saturday morning sermon, looking good and feeling great in Rockland County. All that good stuff. There was once, we have a lot of characters on our show, a lot of characters, and some of them have passed. Judy. Remember Judy? Judy, very opinionated. We used to have some, I still have her messages here. I love reading them and just get a good kick. I mean, Crazy Glue Bill. Crazy Glue Bill. Was there anyone crazier? His phone calls were legendary. I mean, what about Irv? I still to this day, whenever I burn the top of my mouth eating pizza or any food, when the skin is hanging off, particularly with pizza, really with pizza, who comes to my mind? Irv. We've lost some great ones. But one we lost that sadly we lost, but we still have around. Bryan Avenue Bob, yes, that's right. He was